Hello, WWE Universe. This is Scary Anima 2002. This is the last night of the game, October 27th. And I just want to look over the overalls of this year, similar to how I did last year, which didn't turn out too good, but it looks better this year, so we shouldn't have too much of a problem. This is the top 100 as well as special mentions. Here we go. And coming in at number 85 this year would be myself. After getting reset in February, the fact that I got back this far is amazing in its own right, and the fact that I played the right way to get there, it's amazing in its own right. And none of you get no love from me as far as all these number ones, because this is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Look at it. Look at this. Look, hold on. I need to see this. What, you see this nonsense? You see this nonsense? And they want to call themselves good players. They want to call themselves good players. I don't understand it. I mean, if you're not going to play the right way, what's the fun in that? But anyways, back to, they get no love from me. Touch My Sky. He was the first cheater, because last year on the first day of the game, he got the Hall of Fame in like 2 days, so he's the original cheater. Got to give him some credit. He did it first. He didn't do what they did, but he did it. Look at that unrealistic record of his. I don't think, but he did it. He was the first to do it, and gotta give him credit. He was the first Hall of Famer on this game, so I give him credit for that. How he got there, I don't appreciate it. So he really don't get no love from me either. But he was the first, and I'll acknowledge that. Got Tommy, a bunch of other known cheaters. Tommy, Shield Leader. Those are the main ones I can point out that I know of. Then you got coming at number 26, Vern. My good old friend Vern, the loan shark of the WWE. He did it again this year. Last year, I believe he was in the top 40. I want to say top 20, but I could be wrong. I don't exactly remember his exact number, but I know he was somewhere near me last year, and I was number 18. He was pretty close to me. Oh, my bad. Yeah, he was pretty close to me, so, it's good that he did it again this year, and who knows what lies for the future for Vern. He may do it again next year, so I don't know, but only time will tell, I guess. Got Redbone here, another person. I haven't fought too often this game. I guess I can call him a friend of mine. I don't fight him too often, haven't seen him, too often in this game, but he likes to do TLC matches, his specialty. I think he was number one in TLC matches at some point in this game until he got cheated out of it, but, things happen. So this is, looking more realistic, I can say. It's more realistic. These records are. Let's see, going down some more. Do I see any other familiar faces? My good old friend Cry. Last year, Cry was an average player at best last year, and I would have never expected he would get this far. The fact that he got to be number 47, he was a lot lower then. I believe he had got banned for a temporary amount of time. So, but the fact that he got this far this year, I'm proud of my friend. I'm proud of him. He wasn't crying this year. I know, not very funny, but he wasn't crying this year. He did a good job, and I'm happy for him. Another friend, Miko Bravo. We haven't fought in really since 12, but we did fight one match in 13, and we might have fought in 14. I don't remember. So he likes to do Iron Man matches, which is why his record is good, but it's not. You see all these wins that everybody else got, Iron Man matches are a lot longer, but you get a lot more points for it, so that's why, So he comes in at number 38 this year, which is a good number. And Abuda Killer and some other people I recognize. I don't know much about them, but I know of them. Love Yutza, know of him too. JCW Cobra, I forgot much about him, but TWG owner Sting. He was I could say we was going toe to toe together this year. As far as cage matches go, I don't think it was intentional for him, but and I wasn't really competing with him either. But it was my match, so I would always look and see who was behind me. and he would just always happen to be behind me. Him and his other partner. And 10 p.m. I haven't seen him in some years. He avoids me. Don't know why. I mean, I used to whoop his ass in 12. I can see why he would avoid me. Nothing hasn't changed really. I still do pretty good at it myself. 12. I haven't seen him in a while. He used to be a friend of mine too. I don't know what happened to him, but things happen, I guess. We're going on number 61 and down. Booster asses. I don't really know anybody in this part. Maybe Swag Out. Maybe Swag Out. I don't really remember what he did, but going down more. FIFA, my friend FIFA. Okay, we had a match, and he's a pretty good player. He likes to use Triple H a lot. He's a pretty good player, and he teams with what's that person's name? FIFA and I forgot his partner name, but he's a good player. I can say he's a good player. Going down more. Oh, here I go at the top of the of this page. Scary Enema. But I had nothing to prove in this game, but it was, it's just something that, I happened to do. Again, a lot of people kill for my spot, even though I worked for it, and a lot of people didn't, but hey. But I don't really know any of these other people, so. And we'll go down 108, I guess. You got, I don't know, I think Age of John, I think I know him. I think he's a cheater, is he? Is he? Yep, he is a cheater. I was right. I knew his name. And we got some special mentions here. First I'm gonna go off and say Tarji 2001, who was ranked last year number 12 in the world, and he was also number 1 in tag team matches. He had nothing to prove this year, and he pretty much took it easy this year, and he still got the Hall of Fame. He took it easy, and he got reset too, just like I did, so. And who knows what lies for him. He's doing good with his page and stuff. Who knows what the future lies for him. And I got to bring up Janario 5, who was in the top 40 last year, who's also, him and Tarji probably make up the greatest tag team, of all time that I've ever met. And, I don't say that about many people at all. And, me and Tarji tag well together, and there's probably only one tag team that tag just as well or maybe better than us two, and that's Janario and Tarji. And a lot of people dislike them. I don't really know why, but maybe because they play good and they don't have to cheat to do it. But he also got to Hall of Famer, and he was another one who didn't have anything to prove. And is there anybody else that I need to bring up? I gotta bring up HGH Clan. Haters gonna hate. I gotta give the recognition because of the simple fact that they to say that they started a little over a year ago, and to do all the amazing things that they've done in such a short time, things that NK couldn't do in they number of years playing this game, is a remarkable thing. And the PS4, I believe they're making the switch to the PS4, and all the amazing things they'll be able to do in the next game, as far as live streaming, and it'll just make them even more popular. And I have to bring up GW Good, another good friend of mine who, for his own personal reasons, decided that, it was time. Everybody comes to that time where they don't enjoy the game anymore, or, things are more important, and it came to be that time for him. And, kind of disappointed he left as soon as he did, but, he had his reasons, and, he's also another Hall of Famer. He was part of, what was that group called? Whatever Lil Cuz group was, which brings me to Lil Cuz, another good friend of mine, and I can honestly say, I believe he made to Legend or Hall of Fame. I'm not exactly sure which, but I can honestly say, a lot of people, may have had negative things to say about him, but one thing I can say about him is, for the most part, actually probably completely, he's always given me a fair match, and I always respected him for that. Even though he might have played his ways with other people, he always gave me that respect and given me a fair match, and I really appreciate it. I really do. And his father's a cool man himself. We didn't play too much in this game. We had a couple encounters and stuff, and towards the beginning, and he's cool too. And is there anybody else I would like to bring up? Oh, I had to bring up Extremes because Extremes was just too funny this year. Extremes had to fight me a number of times, and his main goal was to retire Scary 583. That was one of his biggest goals. That was one of his goals, to retire me, Tarji Engineerio, and he didn't get a victory over me yet. And it's kind of it's not sad because not many people can say they've got a victory over me. Because these losses I have, those aren't even, all of them aren't even my losses, so, I don't really blame him. We're not the easiest people. Yeah, maybe he'll get me a 2K14, who knows, and Nike King, you just too funny. You my homeboy though, you too funny though, but you had a lot of problems with a lot of people this year. You really had a lot of issues with a lot of people, and sometimes I got dragged along with it, but hopefully you will be making the switch you have a PS4. Hopefully you'll be getting the game, and hopefully you'll be playing. I didn't mean to go back up, but there's no point because I already got through 100. And is there anybody else that I'm missing? Oh, Heavy Duty. He was also a Hall of Famer in this game. He got reset, and I was very disappointed about it. And one thing I can honestly say is, I didn't know what it was like last year when Target got reset. Well, I did. I know it was a bad feeling, but it's whole nother ball game when it happens to you. And trust me, I know what it feels like to get reset when you put so much time into it, and to have to start all over and have nothing to show for it. It's a sad day. Honestly, it's a sad day. And for a couple of days, I actually quit. But I love the game too much. It was February, it was still pretty early. So I was like, maybe I can make a comeback, and I did. I consider my comeback the greatest comeback in history. A lot of people would disagree with that, and that's okay. But Heavy Duty, he did. He was a Hall of Famer. I have so many Hall of Famer friends, and I can honestly say they worked hard to get there. And is there anybody else I'm missing? Well, there's a lot of people I would like to recognize, but unfortunately I don't have enough time, and I can't think of everybody. Oh, I have to bring up NK. The fact that y'all even still exist is amazing. I thought y'all would have died a long time ago. And I wonder what y'all gonna do in 2K15. Hopefully, it's almost a perfect game where there won't be no glitches or cheating, or no spamming or anything like that. So hopefully it's almost a perfect game, because if that's the case, y'all clan is gonna be gone real soon. Unless y'all decide to stay on PS3. Even though I heard they fixed that game too, but who knows? We won't know until we play it. But the fact that y'all still around is nothing more short than a miracle. I'm shocked that y'all still around. And Frosty, you don't really, I don't really have any issues with you either. I don't really have any issues with NK. But Frosty, you're combined with NK now. You don't have your own. You're not your own brand anymore. You're NK. And since the last time I remember, maybe you switched in, and I don't know I don't know what y'all do. I take breaks from this game, so I don't know. I lose track. But you're not your own brand anymore. But aside from that, I had a fun year. This was a fun game. Unless somebody buy 2K15 for the PS3 for me, I won't be getting it, because I'm not going to buy 2 copies of the game. I've already got my copy of 2K15 pre-order on the PS4. I will not be getting that game for the PS3 unless somebody buy it for me. So for the most part, unless somebody buy it for me, this is it for me. This is the end of an era as far as the PS3 go. I've left my mark. I've been #1 in Hell in a Cell, cage matches, and Battle Royale matches. And, in the last 2 years, and I'm a 2-time Hall of Famer. And I was in the top 100 in tag team matches last year. So, for the most part, I'm done with this game in this system as far as wrestling go. And I had a good year, and, I thank thank everybody who helped me get to where I am. Mainly my group members from Scary 583. Me, Tarji Engineerio, and we're not playing at the moment, but that doesn't mean we're gone. So I don't want anybody getting any ideas. Just because you don't see us don't mean we're gone. Trust me, we're gonna be doing a lot of things in the future, and that's it. And I hope I see y'all there. See y'all in 2K15.